Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well. This is Leia from Star Power Tarot here back with another reading. As you can tell, my setup is completely different, and it's because I'm back home in San Jose for the holidays. So if you hear any noises or if you hear my mom yelling in the background, I apologize. We're gonna try to get through this without any interruptions. I've found that I've had to record at night because that's when everyone is asleep and that's when I can kind of focus. But I really love this setup right here. If you want to book a reading with me, or first off, make sure you hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to book a reading with me, I am donation based up until January 1st when my Etsy opens up. And I'm also doing a manifestation New Year's resolution workshop on December 29th. And that is in 9 days. And I'm also going to repeat the workshop in early January. So if you missed the first one, don't worry, there will be a second one. But that's everything. So today's topic is, how will you meet your soulmate? And if you don't believe in soulmates, this is just how will you meet your next significant other, your next significant relationship. If you already have somebody, maybe this reading will just add some contours to your relationship with that person. So this is pile number 1, oops, with the earrings. Pile number 2 is this brown, I think this is amber, I don't know, amber bracelet. And pile number 3 is this red bracelet. I think this might be red jasper, not sure. I just found these around the room and I decided to use them for piles. So take a second and meditate. Think about which pile resonates with you the most, which pile or which piles, the earring, the bracelet, or the second bracelet. And timestamps are below, and I'll see you at your reading. All right, pile number 1. So if you chose the pair of earrings, this is your reading. So I took the liberty of just getting 3 cards from Oracle decks just to start off the reading. And those 3 cards are from the Moonology. Confidence is your key to success, New Moon in Leo. So you could be meeting this person around Leo season, so late July, early mid-August. I know that because I'm a Leo. Flow, the goddess Rhea. And again, from the goddess Oracle, we have Athena, knowledge. So already what I can tell you is you will meet your soulmate when you might be at the height of your career. You might be feeling really confident in terms of work, in terms of school, in terms of money. When all of that starts to align for you, that is when your soulmate is going to come in and kind of manifest via, the universe, or your next significant other, right? It's actually really interesting because the advice here for you is to work on yourself, as you always should, right? But the advice here is for you to really build your empire and really believe in your ability to manifest, your ability to be prosperous and be abundant. And when you start focusing on your career and your money, pile number 1, that is when this person is going to come forward. You might also, for some of you, you might also meet them through work. You might also meet them through school, through career, or it could be you just reach this point in your career where people begin to notice you and your future partner is one of those people who notices you. Again, these are just general messages, so really feel out what resonates for you. Tarot is meant to help you build your own intuition, right? And if you want like more specific advice or details, you can always book a reading with me. The link is below. Just had to plug that in. But this is interesting because it's also with this card, Ray of Flow, I also really think that it's gonna happen when you least expect it and sort of when you least want it. And I get the energy that a lot of you are gonna just be really busy when it happens. Or you might just be so preoccupied with work that it's almost like the idea of romance or the idea of love is like secondary to you. It's not going to be a priority in the way that maybe you're thinking about right now. And I also think another message for a lot of you with Athena knowledge is this soulmate is going to come through when you have more experience. And so that might mean more experience in work and career. It might also just mean more experience in terms of relationships. But I'm not really getting like young summer fling, you know, summer lovin' had me a blast. Like, I'm not getting that kind of energy. I'm more so getting like, this will happen when you're really established. And I think what the universe really wants to tell you, or what spirit really wants to tell you, is if you're worried about your career, or if you're worried about school, you know, success, money, abundance, you do not have to worry, pile number one, because I think that stuff, that abundance is coming to you. Because in this situation, spirit is almost saying it's just a given that you're going to be at a certain level of success when this happens to you. Of course, it's your choice, and it's your choice to really, you know, pick a partner. It's your choice to choose what you attract or what you're attracting, right? And I think that's another message for, so it doesn't have to happen this way in all of the piles. It does not have to happen in this specific way. But that's just what I'm getting for you right now, pile number one. I think let's go ahead and let's do some shuffling of tarot. And let's see what the advice is for you. Let me straighten this out. Put the earrings right here. But let's get from the Rider-Waite-Smith. So Spirit, what is the advice, or how will pile number one meet their next significant other or their soul? Oops, this is really shitty shuffle. But let's see. So God is God, universe, divine, spirit. How will pile number one meet their soulmate? Here we are. Ooh, that was kind of aggressive. The Ace of Cups, reverse. Okay, let's get two more. The Chariot, reverse. Okay. Okay, here we are. Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, there's a very clear, I'm getting chills. There's a very clear message, Wheel of Fortune reverse, for a lot of you, which is this relationship or meeting this soulmate, you might meet them during a time of distress, and that's not to worry you, pile number one, but here we have the Knight of Cups. Or you might go through a string of like breakups, is what I'm hearing for some of you, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so there's definitely an energy of like, a lot of this is, you're going to be balancing work and your career life and your normal life for a lot of you when this happens for you. But what I'm also kind of getting, and let me move these upward a bit more, is you might come to a point where you think you just have bad luck in terms of love. And that is when this person is going to swoop in. So it happened to me. Like I had this like horrible date once, and then I had really super high hopes for this one dude, right? Didn't work out, but right after him, you know, I met my now partner. So it's this similar situation to like thinking that, you know, things went wrong with the Wheel of Fortune reverse. I'm getting a specific energy though that, so we established like this is what's happening in your career life, right, with these cards. So what's happening in your love life, you might feel that your career life has taken off, but you might feel really, really, really unlucky in terms of love. And that's sort of when this person is coming through, pile number one. And I get this energy of like, for some of you, there is an energy of rejection with the Ace of Cups reverse. You might have just gotten rejected by someone when this person pops up in your life, or you might be in the process of thinking like maybe love's not for you. And remember, we talked about that a little bit with like, you might be too busy for a relationship. Pile number one, let's get some more cards. So let's pull from the Little Prince Tarot. Let me shuffle. Again, for more details, book a reading with me. The link is below. And let's get some more cards. So Spirit, how will pile number 1 meet their soulmate? Okay. The 9 of Wands, exactly. So there's a defensiveness. So, I mean, the advice from Spirit is don't let yourself become too bitter with the way life is going or with the way relationships have been going for you. Because if you keep your defenses up, pile number 1, you're going to miss out on this person. So if you keep your defenses up, you're not going to notice them, or you're not going to be emotionally available for this person when the time comes. And sometimes you can meet someone and not be emotionally available, and then you can become emotionally available toward them, and it can work out. That definitely happened to me. I can tell you that story in another video. Or maybe watch all the piles and you'll hear me tell the story for one of the piles, probably. But don't keep the walls up around you. That's the advice. Because I think at the time you're gonna meet this person, the tendency will be a kind of woe is me kind of way of being, or like a, you know, that John Mulaney joke, like, there's no single guys in Manhattan. And I think that's like the energy you're kind of in, like feeling like there's no one out there for you, feeling like, why even try to date? Why even be on these apps? But I think when you feel that, that's actually when your manifestation in love is going to be the strongest. Because if you can catch yourself, and if you can catch yourself being like, oh, Leia said, Star Power Tarot said, I'm not supposed to be this defensive. I think that is when you're going to meet your person. So pile number 1, that was your reading. I would be really interested to get an update from any of y'all if this comes true for you. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment what resonated, and I'll respond to your comment. If you want to book a reading, I'm donation based until January 1st when my Etsy opens, and I'm doing a manifestation workshop on the 29th of December. And more information will be posted about that soon. I just have to write the email and the blurb. But that is everything I have for you, pile number 1. So thank you for watching. And in summary, you're going to be busy. Your career is going to be taking off, or you're going to have some form of, prosperous power. And you might be too busy for this, but don't keep the walls up, pile number 1. And that is your advice. Thank you. All right, pile number 2. So if you chose this amber and I think moonstone bracelet, this is your reading. And already I can tell this is sort of the opposite energy from pile number 1. If both resonated for you, I would suggest watching them both. But and I'll explain a little bit why these are such opposite energies. But first off, I took the liberty of just picking out some oracle cards from the Moonology and from the Goddess Tarot. And so we're going to put some more down. So first off, I mean, you have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So when will you meet your soulmate? Prosperity lies ahead in reverse from the Moonology. Persephone in experience. Let's just get through all of these and then I'll start the message for you. Our Orion rod, okay, time, the goddess Orion rod. Then we have Metis, wisdom. Ben Zalgen, beauty. Hopefully I'm saying these goddess names correctly. I hope no goddess will spite me. Knock on wood. And Mama Kila, the moon. Okay. Okay, so pile number 2. When will you meet your soulmate? How will you meet your next significant other? This, pile number 1 and pile number 2 are opposites. So pile number 2, you're really getting that there is a stalemate or a blockage in terms of your career or in terms of just life in general. And I'm also getting, so that is sort of when you will meet your soulmate. Like there's a frustration, there's an energetic frustration, an energetic blockage. It's not as heavy as like Dark Night of the Soul, but it is frustrating. And when you're in that frustrating energy, I think that is when this person will come through, will manifest. But similar message to pile number 1, you don't want to keep your walls up and you don't want to keep your defenses up because you'll miss out on this person. Does that make sense? This might have, I get the sense that a lot of you watching this, pile number 2, are slightly younger. So maybe you're in your 20s, 30s, You know, 40 is still young, you know, and 50 is young, right? But I think like this, the timing of this is relatively early on-ish. And a specific message for some of you, and keep in mind these are general messages, is that this person is popping up when you feel like you can't take on another relationship. So pile number 1 had a similar message, but for pile number 2, which is you, you're almost like rethinking, like at this point in life, you will be rethinking like dreams, career, goals. There's kind of a rebirth happening in terms of career. And there's also, with prosperity lies ahead in reverse, new moon in Taurus in reverse, there's just a sense of not misfortune, but like the timing of it doesn't seem right at first. But in a weird way, when the timing doesn't seem right, that is when the person we're talking about, your next significant other, your next soulmate, will kind of pop up. So we have time, wisdom, beauty, and the moon. So you know what? In pile number 1, I really didn't talk about the type of person. I didn't really get that in the pile. But for pile number 2, I am getting that this is very much a more moon-like energy. And I don't want to say like feminine, divine masculine, because I find that to be really gendering, and I don't really agree with how people interpret that. But if you really think about planetary bodies, like the moon, this person, they could be a Cancer. For some reason, I'm also feeling Libra, but they're really represented by the moon and Venus. So they could also be a Taurus, with new moon and Taurus right here. But there is a grace to this person, and it's almost like when you meet them, sooner or later, you realize their presence is kind of a blessing in your life. They bring a very calming presence to your life, a very grounded kind of force. Elementally, this person is very much represented by water and the stars. And what I'm getting is that this person is going to bring a lot of beauty into your life, or they're going to bring a lot of softness, a lot of tenderness that's been missing. And so this person might come through with just really good career advice, really good advice on manifestation. But what I'm getting, pile number 2, is that in your personal life, there's a bit of a struggle when this person pops up. But when they do pop up, it's almost like they're soothing you. So they have a very soothing presence. So if you think of anyone you might know right now, or anyone you might come to know when the time comes, this person it's like soothing to spend time with them. And they have a very positive effect on you. And the timing is, it's gonna feel like you might even think like it's too early for this. Like, I just met this person. How is this manifesting? It might happen very quickly with this person, because I'm looking at the Persephone inexperience card, and that's what I'm getting. It's very tender and very, I almost said baby-like, but it's very 6 of Cups kind of energy. It's very sweet when you do meet this person, and they're gonna offer a lot of hope to you. Let's get some tarot. And let's shuffle. So Spirit, how will pile number 2 meet their soulmate? I'm hearing shuffle 4 times. So let's shuffle 2 more times. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment what resonates, and hit the notification bell. I don't know if that was 4 times or 3 times. I'll do it 1 more time. Okay. And just 1 more time because of my OCD. Okay, Spirit, how will pile number 2 meet their soulmate? The 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So Empress energy in reverse. Let's get some more cards. King of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, there's a very specific message for some of you. And the message is, the Emperor. Both of you have similar wounds. So very uncanny. I'm getting chills as I say that. So who is this person? you and your next soulmate, your next significant other, have similar woundings, because the Nine of Pentacles reverse mirrored by the King of Pentacles reverse, like Empress, Emperor reverse, then you have the Emperor. So the message here is the things that have hurt you in the past or your insecurities are shared. So it's almost this uncanny like mirroring that I'm getting with your next soulmate. I'm also getting with the Emperor upright, the way you strengthen is also shared. So the way you strengthen each other, your partnership, your collaboration with this person, both are shared energies. And also the contours of your fallibility or like the weaknesses are also shared. So this is very beautiful. Pile number 2, I get the feeling that you're more direct than your significant other, your future soulmate. I also get the feeling that you're a little bit more tenacious, a little bit more aggressive, and they are a lot more, not passive, but like they flow a lot more with energies versus you try to change energies. And it's so funny because we have the amber versus the moonstone in the bracelet, and it's almost, it mirrors that too, the amber versus the moonstone. And your partner is really represented by the moonstone and you represented by the amber. I'm having a lot of fun doing this reading. I usually don't really like doing love readings, and I don't really like when people, like, I mean, because they can be a little unhealthy, let's be honest. Like, you can kind of ruminate, or a lot of readers can encourage rumination. So that's why I kind of stay away. But this reading, I feel resonates a lot, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So let's pull some more cards. So how will pile number 2 meet their soulmate spirit? And what is the advice? So what is the advice? How will they meet their soulmate, and what is the advice? Okay, here we are. These 3 were popping up. So these are the cards. The Ace of Cups reverse. 2 of Swords. Okay, specific message for some of you, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, okay, there's a very specific message here that is being downloaded into me intuitively, and that is, it might feel wrong going for this person at first, and that's not because it's weird or anything. It might feel wrong because you both might be getting out of something very fresh, and it might feel like it's happening very fast, or the second message is this person might be breaking up with someone you know or someone you know of. So it's gonna feel kind of like, like bros before hoes. I hate saying that. That's so toxic. But it feels like you are about to, or they become available suddenly, but it's kind of like there's a dilemma of like, oh my God, it's gonna look really bad if I pursue like my friend's ex at this moment. And as I said that, I saw 10, 2, 3. So like 1, 2, 3 on the timestamp. But it just might, but it's meant to be. Does that make sense? It's meant to be because, and if it feels kind of awkward at first, that is a sign that this is your soulmate. So yeah, it might come at a time where you feel like it's too early, like it's happening too fast. But if you feel that you meet someone at a difficult time who's like soothing to you or just gives you good advice and whose presence is calming, that might be your next significant other, your next soulmate, pile number 2. So please leave a comment below about what resonates. I can't talk today. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video. It helps me so much. If you want to book a reading, the link is below. I'm donation-based up until January 1st, 2022. And I'm doing a manifestation workshop on the 29th and in early January. And stay tuned. Keep watching the videos for more information about that. And thank you so much, and blessed be. Thank you. Hi, pile number 3. So if you chose this red bracelet, I think this is red jasper, not really sure. This is your reading. And so something really funny just happened, which is I this is a red bracelet, right? And you got an Aries card from the Moonology. And as I was shuffling, I just had this intuitive feeling of like, I know I'm going to get a red card from the Zillich Tarot. And I did. I got this red card. And so the color red, like my sweater, or the sign of Aries or the element of fire is really significant to this connection. So you might meet when the moon is in a fire sign, passing through a fire sign, or the sun is passing through like Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But this is actually really interesting, pile number 3. So let's look at these cards. You have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries in reverse. You have 2 of Wands, Dominion. Interesting. And then the 4 of Swords, reverse. So there's a very, I'm getting chills. There's a very, first off, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That helps me so much. But there's a very specific message here for you, pile number 3, which is, and let me think about it just a little bit. How will you meet this person? It's in the middle of a battle, and that sounds so weird, but you're fighting something in your life. And pile number 2 had a similar energy, more so about frustration and blockage. So if pile number 2 resonated for you, make sure you watch that pile as well. But I'm really getting the sense that, because I'm getting an image visually of you holding a sword, and there's almost like this dragon-like energy that you're really tackling. It could be addiction, it could be disease, not to worry you. It could be maybe frustration with school or work. It could be a battle with someone in your personal life. But pile number 3, the point is, you're in this kind of aggressive energy when this person pops up. And similar to pile number 2, I am feeling that your person, pile number 3, is represented by the moon, or there's a soft contour to them. They're represented by the element of water and air. It's almost like I'm getting this message intuitively that they're asking you not to fight. And then you're in this energy of like, but how can I not fight? That's all I know how to do. That's what I need to do in this situation. And the person who is your soulmate, your next significant other, is saying, hey, like they're massaging your shoulders and they're saying, hey, just take a rest, dude. Like take a chill pill. You're gonna be fine. And I think when you meet this person, that's one of the things that they might even say to you. If you vent about what you're going through, they might just say, you're gonna be fine. And that is like a signal that like, hey, this is my significant other. This is my soulmate. So really interesting. Pile number 3, out of all the piles, you are getting the most like visual downloads. And it's interesting because, pile number 1, I didn't really go into what the person was like, just really the timing of it. But pile number 2 and 3, like you're getting a lot of messages about like who this person is, so you can identify this person. The tendency, pile number 3, when you meet this person, I feel intuitively the tendency is to put them on the back burner because you're dealing with so much. And Spirit is saying, that's fine at first. Like you can put people on the back burner to focus on solidifying your own life. But you don't want to leave them on a back burner for too long because this person might just up and go. They might just leave or not pursue you. And so pile number 3, you're getting a very specific message about the timing of it. And you want to make sure that you're not neglecting the potentials of romance because of this aggressive energy that you're in when the time comes. You want to make sure you're not neglecting people or this particular, moon-like person who comes into your life because they have options. That's something I'm hearing from Spirit. You have options too, pile number 3, but there's also the potential you might miss out on this person. And so I think if you're watching this video, this is really a sign for you to really think about that. My mom is yelling because the cat is going crazy, so sorry about that. I love this setup. Don't like being in the house because like people are loud anyways. But let's see pile number 3. So from the Rider-Waite-Smith, what is the advice and how will they meet this person? So you have the 4 of Swords reversed clarified by the 4 of Swords upright. And then you have the 2 of Wands being clarified by the Nine of Swords. And then these two cards, I feel, are clarifying the Moonology card. And you have the Queen of Cups representing your person, and the Knight of Wands reverse representing you. So pile number 3. These are the energies you're in when you meet each other. And so I'm seeing this crisscross right here. You're represented by the Knight of Cups, and you're being clarified by this, mediated by the Moon. Your person is the Queen of Cups, and they're being represented by these two cards. And the opposite cards, what I'm feeling is this represents what you're bringing into each other's life. So you're bringing this Nine of Swords, Two of Wands energy into your significant other's life. And they're bringing this Four of Swords, upright and reverse energy into your life. I think your significant other, your next soulmate, they're going through a lot more stability than you are when you first meet. But what I'm also feeling is you bring kind of this excitement and this artistic, spiritual flair to your person's life. In a weird way, you're also bringing in this type of worry. And I think it's because this person really cares about you, and they are feeling a little bit worried about not your fate, but like the outcome of whatever you're going through at this time with the Nine of Swords and the Two of Wands Dominion upright. What this person is bringing to your life, we already said it, is they're offering respite and rest. And they're reminding you about balance with the Four of Swords upright and reverse here, really reminding me of Temperance, the card Temperance. But what they're bringing is an opportunity for you to just rest. And once you rest, you have more energy to tackle whatever it is that you're tackling, pile number 3. And as I said that, I saw 707 in the timestamps. But so it's interesting. You're bringing kind of opposite things to each other. And out of all the piles, I think this pile is the most like opposite in energy. We're going to get a card from the Little Prince Tarot. So we're just going to see what Spirit has to say. So what is the advice, Spirit? What is the advice? The band Japanese Breakfast, for some of you, might resonate. I don't know why. Maybe one or two of you are into this band. Okay, this is so interesting. 9 of Cups, right? And then what do we have here? The 9 of Swords, again, reverse. So what are you bringing into each other's life? Pile number 3. Oh, I'm getting chills. This is so crazy. But you are bringing into this person's life just a lot of gratitude and luck. And that is how they feel when they meet you. They just feel very lucky, very grateful to be in your energy, in your presence. And what this person is bringing in for you is just a lot of healing. With this 9 of Swords reverse, it's an antidote to that worry that we see in the 9 of Swords upright right there. And a return to your inner child. I think this is a very healing connection for the both of you. And one or both of you might even be in a healing profession. You might be like a nurse. You might be a teacher of some sort. But what I'm really thinking, pile number 3, is that you're almost each other's medicine, and not in a bad way, not in a codependent way, but in a way that's like you can really lean on each other for support. So this person might come through as a really good friend who at the time you're going through something just comes through with a lot of support for you, and it develops into something romantic. That's a possibility for some of you. For others, I'm really getting that this person is a teacher of some sort, or you're a teacher. It could, and take the energy how it resonates. It might be flipped, and if it's flipped, just take the message flipped. Let's get some more cards from the Zillich Tarot. So what is happening, Spirit? How does pile number 3 meet their significant other, and what is the advice? The Empress. So there's a specific message for some of you that a lot of you might end up raising a family together. That's just what I felt when I saw the card. This is a very specific message for some of you. Some of you might have a daughter who becomes a very powerful person, or you're helping raise a powerful project of some sort. It could be a mutual career, a shared person, a shared child. But the Empress is the connecting energy, connecting the both of you right in the center of the spread. And what that means is this is just a very abundant connection. So pile number 3, you're very lucky. You're very, very, very lucky, Spirit is telling me, because a lot of this energy is just a blessing. So that is your reading. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment what resonates. I'd love to reply back to you. And I'm doing a manifestation workshop on the 29th and in early January. Stay tuned, watch the videos for more information on that. And if you want to book a reading, my link is below. And that's it, pile number 3. Thank you and blessed be. Take care. Bye.